Okay, we have a confession. We lied. We straight up lied.
No.
So we were mistaken. I stand corrected. We didn't lie. But we finally did fix the Wi-Fi, and we want to show you now how we truly fixed it. While the Orbi was not the resolution, it certainly did help give us Wi-Fi signal here in the garage and throughout the house. So we are certainly keeping it, and I would certainly still recommend it. But the Wi-Fi issue we had is actually unrelated to the router at all, actually. So do you want to go ahead and go into it real quick, David?
Basically, this is the network that we've had problems with for the past 4 months at least, since I got my car. I don't remember if we had the problem with Eric's first Tesla, but I haven't been able to connect since I got my car. The only way I've been able to download updates was whenever we would turn on a cell phone Wi-Fi hotspot. Then within a day, I would get the latest firmware usually, once I saw that it was being downloaded to everybody else. It would never stay consistently connected to our home Wi-Fi, and we couldn't figure out why. We kept changing the password, changing the name of the Wi-Fi hotspot. We tried doing all different port options, everything. And we thought we had it figured out, because last time we tried filming a video when we got the Orbi, it seemed to work for a few hours. The next day, I came out and found out the problem was back. So, been reading around on the forums, and somebody gave a suggestion as what might be really causing the problem. We tried it out, and it worked perfectly, solved our problem, and we're going to show you how we fixed it. So basically, here's the trying to connect to the Wi-Fi network that we've had set up and have been unsuccessfully trying to connect to for the past 4 months. So we're going to head and try to connect, and you'll see that it goes really slow. Currently on LTE. And it connects, and you'll see we've got full signal, and everything looks perfect. And then within like 10 seconds or so, you'll see that it will switch back to LTE. There you go. Now in about a minute, it's going to connect back to Wi-Fi again, and again it will show a perfect signal. It will stay connected for 10 or 15 seconds, and then go back to LTE. And once we got the new router, I went ahead and I was looking through the logs on the new router, the Orbi. And in the router, I isolated the MAC address for my car. And I could see that the router was issuing an IP address, the same IP address over and over and over again. So it shows that the car tries to connect every minute, and then for some reason it disconnects, connects again. So you'll see it's going to connect again here in a minute. And basically, you'll see, just like before, it will connect. And then after a few seconds, go back to LTE. And we've been living with this for over 4 months. Problem we found was actually because on our network, our home network, we have some DLNA devices, and those seem to be causing some confusion for Tesla. For some reason, if it finds DLNA devices on the network, it constantly connects and disconnects to the network, and it can never download updates from your network. So on our home networks, we have an MB server, which allows you to stream movies or TV shows throughout your house wirelessly, or just on the network. And we've been using that for a few years, always had it running, except for sometimes that PC would be turned off, and it turns out last time we filmed this video, that PC was off, and the car stayed connected because we weren't using it. But normally that server, the MB server, is on, so we can always watch TV throughout the house, and that causes the car to disconnect. So anyhow, on the forums, we found out that DLNA servers, Plex, MB, networked tuners can all cause this problem. So the solution is to put your car on its own network. And so what I'm doing, instead of setting up a separate router, we're able to, on our Orbi servers, or most other Wi-Fi routers these days, allow you to create a guest network. And on Orbi, you can actually set up the guest network with the same type of password protection as on a regular network. You don't need to use a web browser to type it in. You can just go ahead and set up the password. So basically, we created another network. The cars are the only ones allowed to connect to this guest network. And when they connect right away, and they stay connected. So here you'll see there's a second network, and it has ... after it because this is our guest network. If I click that, trying to connect to the guest network, which only allows the cars to connect, and you'll see it's currently on LTE, and it connects full signal, and you'll see that it stays connected The old one would only stay connected for 10 to 15 seconds, and then it would lose the connection and try again every minute forever. This one stays connected forever. It's like until we leave the house, the cars are the only devices allowed on this guest network. So there's no interference from the DLNA services or server, and this seems to be a bug related to Tesla's networking software, because all the other devices are able to play fine with the DLNA server on the network. Tesla doesn't like them, and they need to, I think, update their Wi-Fi software so that it doesn't get confused when it finds those other DLNA devices on the network. Because as you can see, it's connected, stays connected once we isolate it from those devices.
I'm back. I was playing cameraman. Anyway, hopefully that works for you guys. If you do use DLNA services or anything like that, just make sure that your car is on a separate network, such as a guest network. Otherwise, you're going to continue to have problems like we were having.
If your router can't support a separate guest network, you could just get a second router and have a whole separate Wi-Fi network, and just make it so that you only allow the cars on that network, not your other media devices. And not everybody has these devices, so that's why not everyone sees these problems. But if you were like, I don't know if it's 5%, 10%, who knows, but there's a bunch of people that have this problems, and they've been discussing it on the forums. They haven't been able to figure it out. They've been trying for weeks or months to figure out the problem. Been talking with technicians at Tesla. They've been taking their cars into the service center. So we found the solution is to just isolate your cars from the DLNA server or services, and then your car should have no problem staying connected to your Wi-Fi server or Wi-Fi router.
So hopefully that helps you guys. If it does, feel free to like the video. If you want to save $1,000 off the price of a new or inventory Tesla, feel free to use the links at the description below or on our website, teslainventory.com. Go ahead and click here to subscribe here for some more videos, and we will catch you guys later. Bye.
Make it on your own, but we don't have to grow up. We can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun.